Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 917, clickbait title. All hobby content sucks. It all sucks. Forgot my asterisk. It sucks to somebody. It's like art. Hobby content in general. It's like art. I mean, here, talk about sucky hobby content. How about a guy that goes on every morning and talks about gas station pizza and his neighbor Frank and his robot lawnmower? It's 45 minutes and you haven't talked about the topic. That's content that sucks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the poster boy for sucky hobby content. Good morning. Oh, wow. Look at that. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Man, I am stressed out. Maybe that's why I put out a shitty clickbait title this morning. Stressing out. What's that song? I'm stressed out. Used to pray pretend. Now we make money. Used to pray pretend, but now. So, yeah. Shit's going down. We're getting moved soon. You look in behind me, and it's like, you're moving when? Starting to move a lot of this shit behind me Thursday. I thought it was yesterday, which I'm actually happy that Thursday is the day we start moving a lot of my cards. So gives me some time. Last night, I started digging in. I posted a tweet last night. I was digging in the closet. I found a couple good boxes. It's like, ooh, you ever do that when you have a lot of cards when you discover boxes of stuff that you forgot you had? And it's like, whoa, this is good. Found a good box. A lot of first Bowmans from like 2021 and 22. No Ellie De La Cruz, though. I was disappointed because Ellie De La Cruz was hot at release. So if a player's hot at release, I'm selling now. Any player that's hot, I'm selling. I don't hold anybody unless they're not selling well. And then I'll stash it aside. Like there's a lot of first Bowmans. Okay. And I'm surprised. And I know people say, oh, paper-based sucks. And it generally, I mean, compared to Chrome and autos and all that, yeah, I guess you could say it sucks. I mean, the term sucks, which is kind of the theme today, it's going to be a sucky show. We're going to talk about sucks a lot. If you have kids that can't hear the word suck, this show is going to be sucky for you. But I'm like shocked. Like Jackson Holiday, first Bowman paper, still selling. Now I know he's now MLB Pipeline. He's the new number one overall prospect in baseball. His first Bowman papers still sell for $6 a pop. This year's Bowman, they've fallen off a cliff, which kind of expect. But I was shocked at going like Pete Crow Armstrong, my guy. PCA moved into the top 10 on MLB Pipeline's top 100 list. And he's having a great year at AA. His Bowman paper I listed at, and there's some on eBay for like $250, and I'm like, what? So I listed mine at $3, and it sold. It did sell overnight. But Christian Encarnacion Strand, who's tearing it up now in AAA for the Reds, he's going to be the next Reds breakout. I think I listed his for $250 or $3. Like, what? So I've got just paper. So I found some good stuff. I found some basically almost filled a 4-row box of like good $1.50 cards where like most people would probably list them for $2.50 or $3, and I'm gonna undersell. So a lot of good stuff I found last night, and I didn't even I scratched the surface. But I'm digging through it. It's like, Jesus, oh my God, I am, and I'm not even doing the moving, and I'm dreading it and stressed out. So we hired another new sub finish carpenter. So we've got a couple of them now. The new guy, he started an hour ago, went over there at 6 a.m. Like, no thanks. My wife and the notorious MIL, they're going over at 8. I'm probably still going to be pumping out shitty, sucky hobby content at 8 o'clock. So I'll be a little late. Carpet went down in the rec room down to the basement yesterday. I have hardwood for the hell do you call it? The fake hardwood stuff. It's like 3 letters. It stands for something. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Somebody will pop it in the chat. So I've got that in the office. The only thing really that we're missing downstairs is in my what will basically be this room at the new house. Lights. I don't have lights in that room yet. So I think I talked to the electrician yesterday and he's like, yeah, we're waiting on those. And I'm like, you think they'll be in by Thursday? It's like, yeah, they should be today or tomorrow. I'm like, okay, good. So I can get my shipping room started so I can make the transition. I'm going to have a conversation with the movers because I've got so much shit and I don't want it to get like I'm doing everything that Cooter told me not to do. And I don't know how to get it all organized to properly move it for someone else to move it, right? I could do it, but then that means I would have to move it. I don't want to move it. So hopefully the mover, I can say, okay, these are all my Cubs cards and I want these in this place and I want these there. So my inventory, like right directly behind me, box 11, box 13, which is on the other side of me, still hanging in there. I'll move those myself because I'll stay I think our official move-in date's going to be like July 10th and 11th, those 2 days. That's going to be a shitty week, man. Not a shitty week. It's going to be an awesome week, but it's going to be a stressful week because July 10th and 11th, we're going to be moving. Figure the 12th, that's what, Monday, Tuesday. The 12th is a Wednesday and going to get settled in. I'm still going to probably be catching up in some capacity with shipping. Then Thursday, I go down for rehearsal dinner for my buddy's wedding. So I'm out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the following weekend is the Madison Card Show. And then I'll pop right back up and have to get prepped for the card show. And then 3 days later, it's the National. And I'm going to be out for 5 days. So I have a feeling July is going to be a really bad eBay month for me. July is going to be a really bad eBay month. So that's where I'm at. I'm a little stressed out. What else is going on? That's about it. Which is a lot. So yeah, clickbaity title this morning, which I saw a couple random tweets about hobby content, and I complain about hobby content all the time. So and some of the content I complain about is because I like it so much. And so like who do we criticize the most? Usually the people we love. So when I'm critical, it's not coming from a dark place. It's coming from I want it to be better. Except for my own show. I just talk about random stuff that most people don't care about. But I'm happy you do if you're watching and listening. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did have gas station pizza on Sunday. That was my lunch driving home from Champaign. Had me some Oglesby, Illinois. Shout out Oglesby. Stopped at Oglesby. Had a couple slices of sausage pizza. It was okay. But my taste buds might have been off because I had steak the night before and a lot of beers. So my taste buds could have been off. It was good, but not as good as it probably could have been. When I go on road trips, so how do you take your breaks? Like sometimes if I don't take a break within the first hour, I just drive straight. Like it's like, but then sometimes if I take a break within like the first hour, and then all of a sudden it like I open, what's the term? What's the term when you start taking a leak after you've been drinking beer? Oh, what's that term? Shit, what's that term? I'm saying shit and suck a lot today. What the hell? Seal. Open the seal, crack the seal. So breaking the seal. Thank you. Yes, break the seal, crack the. So that's what I feel like when I'm driving. And if I take a stop early on, like if I go, say I'm doing like going to Champaign, and I'm driving and I stop at like the rest area outside of Janesville, which is only like 30 minutes away. And then I feel like another hour or two, well, I've got to stop again, not to like break the seal and pee again, but just to get out, stop. So that's kind of where my thought process was on Sunday driving home, because I just want to get home. Like drank a lot last night, a little hungover. I just want to get home. But I did wait. And Oglesby's probably, let's see. I guess it's not quite the halfway point. I'm trying to think. So 3.5 hours. What's 3.5 divided by 2? An hour and 45. So what's an hour and 45? Well, shit, that might be the halfway point. Oglesby might have been the halfway point, because I think it's about an hour and 45 from Madison. So it was about the halfway point. And then I did have to stop again. I did stop because I had to get gas, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together that, hey, I'm going to need gas. So I stopped in Janesville, and that's kind of my gas stop, Janesville. So yeah. Where are we at? We're going to talk about content sucking today, and all of it sucks. All hobby content sucks. All content sucks. To somebody. There's an asterisk. But I wanted to talk about that today because I can make this clickbaity title that people were, because people love drama. That's not drama. Shout out to Sports Card Radio. People love Sports Card Radio because there's drama. The clickbait drama titles. We love it. Can't get enough. Who's he going to talk shit about? Nobody. Nobody and everybody at the same time. People love drama. So, yeah, I'm guilty of creating a clickbait title, but I do have a good point to make about content and it sucking. And I'll be the first to put my neck out and say my content sucks. My content sucks from a hobby standpoint, more so than most, I would imagine, because it's not really much hobby content. It's just me talking about my road trip to Champaign and what Frank's been up to. Boston Smokes in the house. Good morning. Ziggy says, if all hobby content sucks, do you prefer? No, I think some hobby content sucks because it's not my wheelhouse. So I'm going to get into that. Paul Carl in the house. Good morning. Flawed Thinker. Good morning. In the Dominican Republic. What's happening? So I think we have Dominican Republic represented. We have Japan in the house. We have Korea in the house. Any Canadians here? What's going on up there? Get those fires under control. Jeez Louise. We had air quality. Chicago had the worst air quality in the country yesterday. Air quality score of 157. I did not know air quality scores existed until this summer. Thank you, Canada. You have opened my mind to air quality scores. We had when I took the dog for a walk yesterday afternoon, our air quality score was 154. So that's pretty shitty in itself. So yeah, the upper Midwest getting some really, really terrible air. Thank you, Canada wildfires. Paul says, wow, on topic early today. It's just a giant suck fest this morning. Good morning, Kyle. Now this is quite the title. Hey, speaking of Kyle, I did find some NASCAR yet. I found a box of NASCAR. I found because I think I told you when we met a couple months ago that I thought I had another box, and I did find it. And I found a binder, but it only had like, I don't know, 20 or 30 cards. They were like people I'd heard of in the NASCAR world. So I'll set those aside. Rich, good morning. You know, all that fun stuff. Car sat in a shop at dealership for 3 days. Not fun. To be honest, I was told on Friday it would be Monday before it was going to be looked at. Oh, that blows. Red Bridge, good morning. But when I texted to check, I got ghosted for an hour. 29 days. Bargain Boxers counting down to the National. And I think one reason I talk about this yesterday where I'm not that I'm excited. Actually, I wouldn't say I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the National. I'm not excited because I think I'm not excited. I have so much happening in the next 29 days. I've got to get all of this crap moved. New house, Madison card show, wedding. All of that comes before the National. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll actually, the National and spending 5 days walking around looking at baseball cards will be a nice break from moving them around, wedding. I mean, weddings are fun, but they're still weddings are still stressful. Even if you're if you're not involved in the wedding, there's really no stress involved except for making sure you can fit into your wedding clothes. Which normally I can't say, gained another 5 pounds, can't fit into this shirt anymore. So that's the stress. So that's one part. But I'm in the wedding, so I have to go down, do the rehearsal dinner. And it's 2 days before the wedding, so I'm missing out on work. I shouldn't be saying this. My buddy who's getting married, he knows exactly what I'm going through because he went through it himself when he changed careers. So it'll be a blast. There's just a lot of balls in the air right now. Uncle Rich, so called in, ended up with a manager who gave me those classic words, you probably need a new engine. Oh, that is not good. Good morning, Paul Heath. Can probably get this done under warranty, even though it's past 100K. That would be good. And Uncle Rich is driving a matching SUV. I'll match your mood and raise you. TD Sports Card, Pergo Flooring. Now, I don't think it's Pergo. It's like LVP? Is that something? Something laminate. Vinyl laminate? Wood vinyl? I can't remember. God is great in the house from Japan. Good evening to you. Victor, what's happening? Good happy morning to all my fellow card hoarders. TD Sports Cards in the house. As long as box 13 stays safe, we'll all be happy campers. Card Hobbyist is here. Those empty binders are having a bit of a charging station, yet not owning a Tesla Flex. Those empty binders are having a bit of a charging station. I have no clue what that means. I said the other day, I speak Keating, but sometimes it's beyond me. I'm not advanced. I'm not advanced level. So I don't understand that comment. Good morning, George. I said I should say good evening to you, sir. Sounds like Monday is no listing and all shipping for you. Yesterday, I did some listing. I listed over 300 cards yesterday. And I did get I got a decent way caught up on shipping. There's a few that I have a few outstanding late shipments because I effed up and I think I'm missing a couple cards. So I've been trying to find them. So I am late on a couple shipments. George listens to butt rock when I'm stressed out. There you go. Bo needs some edibles for July. Yes, I probably could. And that's the thing about edibles. It's not like I could drink beer. I could drink a lot of beer, but that just makes me feel like shit the next day if I drink a lot of beer. You don't have that with the edibles. So maybe I should take that up. John says, Walking Dead having a bad morning, I suppose. Good morning, Tracy. Low rollers in the house. He's been busy creating content. He's got a new video up. Harlan in the house. Good morning. Breaking the seal. Okay, there we are. Breaking the seal it was. John, we've got the UK in the house. Is this South Park? You're like Terrence and Phillip. Blame Canada, right? Low Roller said listed more NASCAR in your store. I didn't. I listed some Star Wars. I skipped way far ahead. Okay, here we go. You're not hobby content, LRS. Dan in the house. What's up, Dan? John says, your is what we really meant to say. Good morning, Ed. Low Roller says, wow, you listed Star Wars cards. Why you don't list hockey, soccer, NASCAR, Pokemon? I don't know, because I don't want to. I wanted to list Star Wars yesterday, so I did. It's how I roll. It's how I roll. John says, Dr. Jim, Mike Summer, and Ziggy's content doesn't suck at all. It does to somebody. I guarantee you, somebody consumes that content and says, this sucks. Everybody's content sucks to somebody. That's the theme of today's show. Sports Card Radio mentioned your show on their last episode. I think I did catch that. Regarding the, what was that regarding? I can't remember. It was regarding something. I do remember. Oh, was that the Fanatics deal? I think it was the Fanatics thing. The card shops. See, that was another clickbait title. 80% of card shops. But it was clickbait coming from an actual comment made to me from somebody that's well versed within the industry. John in the UK, good morning or good afternoon, I think. I think you're 7 hours ahead. Is it early afternoon in the UK? Dan says, I'd rather hear you talk about your bowel movement than card investing. See, there you go. And I bet most people would not want to hear me talk about pooping. Korea gets a yellow dust from China. The air quality meter is on your phone. It's typically worse than average here. Yeah, it's pretty good in the morning here because I was looking yesterday because I knew that it had been bad. Although it was like smoggy this morning when I looked out the window. Yeah, we've got it. Oh, holy shit. It says our air quality is 180 right now. Holy shit. That is like, can you see that? That is not good. Oh my God. That is not good. I thought it said yesterday Chicago was 157 and it was the worst. Maybe that was just at one point in the day. Can we get like a scale? I want a scale. Oh, the scale goes up to 500. So this is fun. So we might have the worst air quality in the U.S. Let's see. Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, you're looking good. Wisconsin, oof. Chicago, oof. Western Michigan, not good. Yeah, most of Wisconsin's in the red. Anawan, 63 air quality. Man, you can go out and breathe it all in. Not here. Woo, 180. Not good. Where we at? Let's see. Is this South Park? Oh, we just talked about that. That's an awesome find. I will get together with you on those sometime. I think if you have a countdown to the National, there might not be much fun in your life, says John. John's content does not suck. I enjoy the stories behind the cards, not the I just paid $1 billion for this Will Greer. Good morning, Michael Renicky. Pepino Man says, my content sucks, therefore I suck. Where are we at? John thanks Kyle. Big Scott in the house. No idea what I'm saying either. Please strike from the record. Philly Joe is here. What's up? Noah, good morning. I fractured my fibula a month ago and had to get leg surgery. I plan on going to the National, but it looks bleak now. Damn. Get better. Hopefully you can get well and make it. I cannot imagine, though, going to the National recovering from a broken fibula. But I'm also a sissy. Oh, I'm a coward, too. Oh, yeah. I'm a coward. I responded to an Eric Whiteback tweet yesterday. You know what annoys me? Who was Andy Rooney? I'm going to be Andy Rooney for a second. You know what grinds my gears? Eric Whiteback, I'm getting really annoyed by photos of and not getting annoyed. I've been annoyed for the last couple of years. I started noticing it during the retail boom. People were taking, and I don't think the pictures of random strangers in a Target or a Walmart, that didn't really bother me. It's when randos behind their computer keyboard would get, oh, it's the Socks and Sandals crew. Look at that. Oh, that's the uniform for the Flip Boys. Get a fucking life. Sorry, shouldn't say the F word. Get a life. Why are you taking pictures of strangers in Walmart or Target? So I responded to Eric, the collectibles guru. He said there's a picture, and I've actually seen this same picture floating around because it's got his cell phone circled, and people think it's a scale. It's not a scale, folks. It's a frickin' cell phone. Well, why would he put it on the shelf? Probably because he's comping. He's probably comping. Yeah, he looks like he's searching packs, and then he's probably picking his phone up and comping. You walk into your local Walmart and see this. What are you doing in this situation? So my reply was, number one, mind my own business. Number two, walk up and see if there are any boxes of cards I want to purchase. And number three, walk away and not be a weirdo taking a picture of a rando. That's what I would do. Gary Porter, you sound like a coward. You'd probably see somebody get seriously injured and just walk away. Okay, Gary Porter. So it's okay for hobby stores to do that. I don't know where me walking away from somebody getting seriously injured has anything to do with looking at pictures of men on cardboard. And I don't know what hobby stores have to do with some rando in a Walmart. So Gary Porter, you're a buffoon. If that makes me a coward, hey, I'll wear the shirt. So I don't give a shit what you think. Does Card Dealer Pro AI recognize Star Wars cards? No, it does not. So what I did was I did use Card Dealer Pro, and this is a nice little trick I like with Card Dealer Pro. Yeah, I kind of use it like I used the original method of using File Exchange, just using a spreadsheet. Where I scan the cards in. I uploaded 60 Star Wars cards from 1977. They're in my eBay store. Check it out. Link in the description. So I upload them to Card Dealer Pro. It doesn't recognize them, which is okay. And then I export it to a spreadsheet. Since it's all from the same set, I can copy and paste the year, the sport, which you have to have a sport. I learned that because my first attempt got kicked back. So I just typed in Star Wars. Copy and paste tops down the set and manufacturer. Copy and paste the price, descriptions, and a template. So all I'm doing is typing in the title. And then under player, I'm just typing in like Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Darth Vader, etc. If it's not really one specific, I just leave it blank. So that's all I'm doing. And I'm just typing in a title all the way down, export, upload, boom. Star Wars cards in my eBay store. I do the same with wrestling. It does not recognize wrestling cards. So that's my workaround. And for like cards it doesn't recognize Leaf cards, even like old Junk Wax era Leaf. I do the same thing. Topps Archives, it doesn't recognize. If I list a bunch, I'll just... New product, Bowman. That's what I did with the new Bowman cards when they were at release, because it takes a good while for the AI to recognize the cards. So that's how I handle it. Ziggy No says, cheers. Noah, I recently bought a Pink Mojo parallel of Drew Jones from 2023 Bowman Mega for only $50 with shipping. Great condition, a nice steal. Victor says air quality currently at 154 in Chicago. John says Wisconsin has methane issues as well, I'm sure. We have a lot of cows, a lot of poop, a lot of methane. Not only that, we've got guys and women eating cheese, drinking beer. Let's see. Brian Wolf says, good morning. Was it Niagara Falls last week? Ripping one-handed. What's up? Calling me a coward. I know. Gary Porter. You're a dunce, Gary Porter. Talking Tati says, I think the notorious MIL increases your anxiety, and I'm sure the contractors love her. Everything you said in that sentence is 100% accurate. Yes, she does, in fact, raise my anxiety levels. 100%. That is what, and she knows it. She knows it. That's why she always keeps her fridge stocked with spotted cow. Because as soon as I walk in the door, I have to grab a spotted cow just to deep breaths. Unfortunately, I don't have spotted cow at the new house, so I have to take deep breaths, walk away. Okay, I got to leave. Because yes, the notorious MIL increases my anxiety. She is aware of it. She knows. And I'm sure the contractors say a lot of things under their breath as well. I shouldn't say as well. I don't say anything under my breath. Let's see. John says, I normally wouldn't like stuff like Pepinos, but he's knowledgeable, smart, and entertaining himself as much as his viewers. No one could get away with it except Pepino. Paul Carl says, Bo still sounds a little loose from all that boozing last night. Yeah, I'm dropping F-bombs. I'm saying shit, suck. Haven't said damn yet. John says, I just spent the last minute rewinding and screen capping. Uh-oh. Shit, what did I do? What did I do? I go to Target to buy Twizzlers, not cards. I haven't been to Target in a while for cards. I haven't bought much retail since Bowman. I don't think I bought any retail. I am jonesing though, but I have too much other stuff going on that I don't have time to rip any wax right now. Ryan got hammered by Mario's cronies when I replied to that same photo. They live in some weird alternate reality. It is. Why are people taking photos of other people in Walmart over pictures of men on cardboard? I know I say that. And look behind me. I have 3 million pictures of men on cardboard in my basement. That's weird. Most people think that's weird. Thankfully, our little community we have here, some of you might think it's weird. Most probably don't. But generally speaking, the general public thinks our collecting of pictures of men on cardboard is a little strange. How many times when you're talking to somebody, usually a stranger, which kind of I guess it doesn't make it worse, but it's still like their reply, oh, I thought that was for kids. I used to collect cards when I was a kid. Well, I'm a 41-year-old kid, so screw off. Most people think our collecting is weird. I think generally people think collecting is weird. I'm a hoarder. I'm not even I go beyond. I can say that with a straight face. I go beyond collecting. I hoard. Ziggy's a fan of Ryan's channel. I am too. Let's see. By the way, when I say, just for anyone joining here, when I say all hobby content sucks, I'm not saying that. That's not coming from me. It's coming from somebody. Because somebody thinks my videos suck. And they have a good point. Most of them do. But I guarantee you, there's people that don't like, even we can all agree, and if you're watching this, we are like-minded. In some capacity, we are like-minded. In some capacity, we tend to probably consume the same content. And there are people out there that don't like that content. So I want to get into that. Let's continue on in the chat. So I just wanted to say that when I say all hobby content sucks, that's not me saying your content sucks. That's saying somebody out there thinks your content sucks. Where are we at? Let's see. Where are we at? Noah says the College World Series was a great watch. Bowman 23 draft is probably going to be one of my favorite sets ever. Skeens, Langford, and Cruz are all special talents. One of them will probably be held. Oh, yeah. One of them will be held back for. It sounds like, is Skeens going to go number one in the MLB draft? I haven't paid attention to many mock drafts, and I'll probably start reading them now since the College World Series, if it's not over, it's close to being over, I think. And then I'll start following the mock drafts a little closer. If Card Dealer Pro doesn't recognize the card, it doesn't count against your scan allotment. Good morning, Sal Dougie. Low Roller says, if you listed NASCAR, There we go. Angel Baby in the house. Good morning. Can you give us the top 3 too many chefs in the kitchen moments of your renovation, meaning your contractor is getting different instructions from different clients? Oh my God. It's like a daily affair. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's got to be something where there's just too much going on. And so our most recent issue, there's like multiple issues every day. It was very stressful. Like once we started like the build up process from tearing it down and framing it, and then once we started getting things in and more issues occurred, that's the stressful part. But now it's like everything else is effed up. What's wrong with this? So I think the most recent one, and this is not like too many chefs in the kitchen. This is just I'm glad the right people were in front of us. And so we had Friday, we had closets start going in, like custom closets going in. We have a scuttle hole, which I never knew what a scuttle hole was until a few weeks ago. We had a scuttle hole. We have one in the garage, and then we have one in the house. And we had moved it from the master bedroom. I'm using outdated terms, I imagine. Primary, whatever the hell they call it now. Primary. And it was moved into this hallway closet. So the closet guy says, you've got your scuttle here. First off, it needs a cover. We didn't have a cover to the scuttle hole, which gives you access to the attic. And then he said, once we get these closets installed, you won't have access to that scuttle. And I'm like, that's probably not going to pass inspection, correct? He goes, I don't know, but I would imagine not. I'm like, well, we need to do it to code. So then it's like, can we just not put that closet system in? That's my solution. My wife thinks otherwise. So now we're moving the scuttle. So yesterday we were looking at places where to move the scuttle. And we were looking at my wife's closet, the primary bedroom closet. Fortunately, the electrician was right in next to the closet in the bathroom. And he's like, no, I don't think that's going to work. Somebody went up to the attic. That's not going to work. All that stuff. So, then they checked and it's like, do we need a scuttle in the house since the scuttle in the garage goes through the entire, like there's access. You can access attic upstairs from the garage. My fear is they will require one inside the house. So we're going to look into that. And then a backup plan, I think, is in the butler's pantry in the kitchen. So, but that's something where there's like multiple subs involved, where it's like our builder, our electrician, our closet people, and then we have to figure out if it's going to meet code. And that happens like every day. There's like something every day or multiple things that happen every day. John says the SCR pictures of men is pretty stale, but it's true. It's true. We just fondle our cards that show pictures of men on cardboard. Like that's when people give me shit about collecting autographs. Like, oh, you're too old to get autographs from a guy half your age. You collect pictures of men on cardboard. Who are you to tell me what to collect? So that's and I have plenty of pictures of men on cardboard all around me. So I don't understand that. You're too old for autographs. Cooter says, just remember your wife already has a plan for which bedroom in the new house will be the mother-in-law's someday. You know, there's some, there's actually not some, there is truth in that. And that scares me. Tracy says, bought a 22 Series 2 blaster, marked down, and a 23 Selectors 2-hanger yesterday while at Wally. Reminded myself why I don't buy wax. Ryan says the sheer number of people who said it looks like nothing like a phone, it looks nothing like a phone is mind-boggling. What kind of phone are they using? I know, like that is a freaking phone. I don't have that picture up anymore, but it's not a scale. And then I think somebody posted like some scale from Amazon that looks nothing like the item in that photo. Like that's a freaking phone. TD says, I do have a Gal Gadot Wonder Woman card. Not all guys in my collection. There you go. I have some women wrestling cards. Not in my collection, though. I would say in my inventory. It's weird that I'm sitting here fixing the bellows on a 70-year-old camera with glue and acrylic paint. Everything is weird. That should be the title of a book. Everything is weird. Everything and everybody is weird. Some accept it, some don't. Ryan says, I also had a guy say like 6 times that nobody ever sets their phone down on the shelf. What? And that was their evidence that it's a scale. If you want, I do that all at card shows. If I'm sitting at a bargain box, do you think I leave my phone in my pocket? No, I've got my phone on the table. And normally it's not even to look at comps. It's just if I get a text, I know I get a text. My phone's always on silent. My wife hates that my phone is always on silent. My phone's always on silent. So I don't know if my phone is in my pocket. I don't know if I'm getting a text. And then you could say, well, why don't you turn your vibrator ring on? Because I don't want to. I don't want to know every notification that comes across my phone. That's why I have it on silent. And if I am sitting down for an extended period of time, it's going to be in front of me. And then I can see like my phone is right next to me. And often you see me go like that. I'm looking at either a text comes through or eBay or Twitter. And I just happen to see what is it? Because if it's a text from like the contractors, I want to know what it's about. Off that picture now drove me nuts too. Do you have second floor laundry? John says. It's a ranch, so we have it on the main floor. So we have main floor and basement. So laundry is on the main floor. Jason says bedrooms need a closet or it's an office space, but I'm in Florida. Bedrooms need a closet or it's an office space in Florida. I think we have similar. I think Wisconsin is the same. I think we have to have closets to make it be a legal bedroom. Also, as far as code goes, I've learned a lot. We had to build a wall. Not that kind of wall. We had to build a wall in one of our basement bedrooms because the size of the window. So we had to build a wall out like a foot because of the size of the window. And so basically the size of the room has to be the ratio to the window size for a legal bedroom to pass inspection. So we had to build this weird ass wall in the bedroom. Paul says that's crazy that the system is in charge of telling you how you access your attic. Brian says, I weigh the packs and boxes with my hands. Works all the time, 60% of the time. But Card Hobbyist says, we are all fans of athletic dudes in form-fitting uniforms running around on a field court and playing with balls. So that's weird in itself. Yes, it is. Just think, sports is weird. Everything is weird. Talking Tatis. Oh my God, I am 1,960 miles from Madison, and the notorious MIL bedroom comment stressed me out. How's that possible? And I have a dentist appointment today. Oh my God, I feel for you. Fortunately, I love the minute I walk out of the dentist office because that means I don't have to go back for 6 months. It's a beautiful day. I don't have to come back for 6 months. George says, I wore my 1961 top shirt to work today. Takes swagger and being weird to pull that off. Bargain Boxer says, are the ducks still at the house? No. The Beverly's eggs were devoured by what we think is a raccoon. So the eggs were eaten. Hopefully Beverly survived and she's off making new eggs. Brian says need scratch and sniff jockstrap mem cards. So my point today, new or used, is all hobby content sucks. So this, here we are, 45 minutes on point with getting to the topic. Sports Card Mayweather on Twitter, Slab Mafia Sports. I don't think I like this guy. Slab Mafia is a weird name. And in his profile, he says prices are net. That's like my biggest pet peeve. Do math yourself. If you're a seller, you got to do the math anyway. I'm sure he's a nice guy. His tweet, one of the causes and effects of the hobby not being mainstream yet is the fact that the bar is so goddamn low for content creation right now that literally anyone that has a mic or camera and has the time to post something will guaranteed develop a following. The industry needs to grow past this. That's just a weird tweet. That's just a weird tweet. And I agree with John. Net to me will never get my money. No, net to me, do the math or pass. So some of the comments in here, somebody said, how is the hobby not mainstream? And then he mentions somebody. Sports Card Mayweather says, when at Karina Kopf slides in my DMs for being the greatest car dealer investor in existence, it's mainstream. I don't know if that's a joke. I don't even know who this person is. Wannabe streamer, pouty girl. And she links her OnlyFans. So I have no idea what that means. I know what OnlyFans, but I have no idea what his comment means regarding when Karina Kopf slides in my DMs for being the greatest car dealer in existence. It's mainstream. Until then, we are niche buffoons who the rest of the world makes fun of for obsessing over cardboard because they don't understand it. There's always going to be a segment. There's always going to be a segment that thinks the hobby's weird. It doesn't, even if it's mainstream, it's weird. It's more accepted than what it has been or is. Let's see. And then a bunch of people agree. Some people disagree. I don't know what that means. This guy says the hobby is better off the further it is from being mainstream. It was a clown circus at the boom's peak. Kind of was. Price Card says the hobby doesn't need content, in my opinion. Don't really need to see another sports card bro with Nike crossbody bag showing his shitty pickups. That's kind of a good point. Let's see. Sports Card Mayweather. Not to mention the endless podcasts saying the same things. There's truth in that. Some of them are pretty cool, but it grows repetitive really quickly. There's a lot of truth in that. And don't get me wrong, some of these creators are really great, but we need more innovation. I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that. But my thought is, hobby content is like art. It sucks to somebody. Remember Project 2020, Project 70? Half the people, oh my God, this is the best. Oh, this is awesome. And then, my kid could do this. That's my favorite, when somebody makes art. Oh, my kid could do that. Well, go buy your kid some frickin' supplies and he can make you money selling his art. So that's what I feel hobby content. I don't consume the same content that you consume. I like sports card history content. Most people couldn't give a damn about the history of the hobby. They don't want to look in the rear view mirror. Because some people lived it. Some people didn't and don't care to. They want to look into the future. Why is the windshield bigger than the rear view mirror? Well, damn it, I like my rear view mirror. I like sports card history content. I understand it's very niche and it's not overly accepted by most people. You put a clickbait title like 80% of card shops are going to close within 2 years and you get record viewership. You talk about hobby content sucking. All hobby content sucks. Clickbait. Guess what? We have 60 in here. It's an average size crowd. But it'll probably get a lot of clicks because a lot of content creators will probably, what's he gonna? Is he gonna talk shit about me? I'm not talking shit about anybody. Well, I'm not. But somebody out there doesn't like your content. If you are a content creator, there are people. If you go, if you're not a content creator, but you have somebody you watch, go create a thread on the Blowout forums, and you can find out real quickly that somebody hates. There's somebody out there that hates a piece of content. Even Dr. Jim Beckett's podcast. I guarantee you there are a lot of people that hate that podcast for one reason or another. With any other content, somebody out there doesn't like it. Somebody hates that content. Somebody thinks it sucks. I shouldn't say hate. That's a strong word. Somebody thinks it sucks. Sucks is also a strong word, but I think it's accurate in discussing hobby content. Where are we at? Ryan says that's a look at me hot take tweet. People trying to take cards mainstream are new to the game. This is a unique hobby that does not compare to anything outside our bubble. I agree, 100%. Now, as a full-time card seller, would I like the hobby to be more mainstream? Absolutely, because the more mainstream it gets, the more people want to buy cards. And since I sell cards, I have potentially cards that people that normally wouldn't buy now want to buy, and I make more money. That's simple. So what's the one guy? Sports card dealer, sports card investor, collector, dealer, whatever it is in that order. Like I consider myself sports card collector dealer, and I'm not an investor. I'm a sports card collector first, dealer second. And the collector side of me doesn't want to go any more mainstream, but this is how I pay my bills. So the dealer side outweighs the dealer side of the equation outweighs the collector side. And so since this is how I make my money, I've got to follow the dollar sign. So for me, more so than not, I need it to be more mainstream. I need more people to get into the hobby. When did I make the most money? Well, in relation to my eBay store size, during the boom. Everybody did. I could list Barry Larkin rookies and I'd sell them $250 a pop. Boom, 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 boom. Now they're $1.50, and I need a new office chair. Now they're sitting. They eventually sell. Too many people try to transpose outside practices to our hobby. Never has worked. Now people are complaining about fanatics trying to use streamlined business practices. The number one is most of the hobby have two faces. There's a good point that I want to elaborate on. People want it to go more mainstream, which is exactly what Fanatics is doing with the letters they sent out last week, 2 weeks ago. Oh, they can't do that. They can't do that. That's what most companies do. Fanatics/Tops until recently has been in the minority with how companies sell their products to their dealers. If you've ever worked in grocery stores, do you think the grocery store owner in my Anawan IGA, do you think he could just, well, probably, because I think he wasn't on his own. He was not with IGA, but when it was IGA, and do you think he can just go in and put products wherever the hell he wants? No. To get that product, they have to have proper placement. Well, we're not going to sell you Pepsi products if you don't have a point of purchase display, and you have to put it here, and this is what it has to be, blah, 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 blah. People just like to poo-poo on other people's enjoyment. That's a truth right there. One face when selling, one face when buying. George says, wow, blast from the past, was looking for a battery in the junk drawer and found 2 C-word rapid tests that are about to expire. Should I shove it up my nose? John says CDP is innovative. Pre-grading is not. HGA is not. Card ladder is not. Slab protectors are not. I don't know. Innovative? But not everything has to be innovative. Let's take, for example, I don't know how I'm trying to convey this. Slab protectors may not be innovative, but they can provide good use for people. If you don't collect slabs, it's not going to be of use for you. Car Dealer Pro. A lot of people don't use it, don't need it. They don't want to list cards in bulk because maybe they're dealing with slabs. Low Roller says, does eBay offer combined shipping if you have eBay free store only? You should be able to. I don't see why not. Where we at? Grinding for Good says, good morning. What's up? Good morning. Brian is content with the content. Harlan says, had a buyer open a dispute for card not received. A day later, they left feedback that it arrived and was perfect. She was confused by the status saying it was delivered before it actually arrived. I get that daily. I had one yesterday. I had a guy blow me up. I was over at the new house, and I think over the course of an hour, he sent me 3 messages. It was he only had like 14 feedback. One of those was from me. It was marked delivered yesterday, and so I had to explain, it's eBay standard envelope through the USPS. Typically, it's scanned at the final destination sorting facility, so it'll show up the next day or 2 days later. Harlan says, I asked eBay to close the dispute and release the funds based on the feedback. eBay finally closed it today, 30 days later. Wow. George says, I didn't like my own content. That's why I stopped making it and erased 300 videos. No way. Oh. Harlan says, why would they even allow the dispute to be opened when the ESE status said it had been delivered the day before? Well, you can still open an item not received case, even if it says delivered. Because there are instances where it says delivered and it actually doesn't get delivered. John says, there are many Dr. Jim, Mike Summer, and Ziggy episodes I have zero interest in. Doesn't mean it sucks, just not a topic I want to learn more about. And I'm the same way. But some people think, and I'm not picking on the 3 that you named, but I guarantee you somebody out there thinks one of those or all of those suck. Somebody thinks your shows suck. Somebody thinks my shows suck. That's just, some people are assholes, and they just think things suck for no reason. Ryan says, when I was at the show last week, one of the vendors mumbled, totally agree with your take on the trade up challenge. And I was like, what? He was responding to a video I made a long time ago. That's awesome. That's awesome. Henry says, for me, it's all about the vibes. Randy says, John slamming on Ziggy videos. Yikes. I don't think John was slamming on Ziggy videos. He just said he doesn't like some of the topics. I don't like some of the topics. There's every single content creator that I consume, there's a topic that I have no interest in. Every single content creator has a topic or an episode that I just have zero interest in. That's not because I don't like their podcast. I certainly don't think it sucks. It's just I don't have any interest in the content. Let's see. Yucking others' yums. I like that. Good morning, Herman. John says grocery stores have some crazy idiosyncrasies. Shelf space is a serious matter in all food stores and retail. I mean, it's crazy. And I didn't learn, I knew the grocery store stuff from working in a grocery store. But then I learned a lot more watching Shark Tank and like how difficult it was to get shelf space in, chain retailers and grocery stores and all that. Sports cards desperately need more innovation. Still can't believe there is no Roca for sports cards. What's Roca? Grocery stores used to have cards. When do you ever see that? Many of the innovations in the hobby are how can I make some money out of the hobby and not how can I make things better? Well, I think some of the things you noted were how can you make things better? Slab protectors. That's making I don't want to scratched up when I have slabs in my possession. I don't want the slab to be scratched up. I want the slab to be nice. There's a lot of value in card ladder and those types of services. There is value in I mean in some of in all of those to somebody. Maybe not to you or I, but to somebody out there. Bargain Boxer says, I hate seeing the I spent $50,000 at the card show. Ain't nobody got $50,000 to spend at card shows. It's clickbait. Somebody does. Mojo is the king of clickbaity titles. Yeah. Got to get those clicks. I'm guilty of clickbaity titles sometimes. Today. John says, I love Ziggy's videos. He says things most others don't. He stands on a hill by himself, which is respectable. I just have no interest in some of the topics, i.e. Panini. Dr. Jim opens hockey packs. Don't care about that. Nope. I will not watch hockey. 61 viewers, 17 likes. Let's go. It's because my content sucks, Dan. This show sucks. I'm not going to like it. John says, Mike Summer talks wrestling. No interest. The 3 creators I mentioned are brilliant and have few peers. Dan says, all my content is a video memo to myself. Grip and Rip praises Tops one day and the next day they're the most evil company ever. And then back to fanboy. Annoying. Roka's a card sorting listing robot for TCG. That's why I don't know about it. They've been around a long time. Matt Bracken, love to hate the TMZ clickbait. Card Dealer Pro is making things better. There is not a lot of value in card ladder. It's a dog chasing its tail and trying to influence the market. Slabs are protectors. No, but I want to protect my slabs. I have these because where's the slab? I don't want, and it's already got some crap on it. I don't want, because the slab itself is a presentation to the card. Actually, there's a better way to do this. I think you do upside down. Somebody showed me how to do this. I think my guy is at 5-star. Yeah, I think it's that. So then it's a nice display. I'm not going to get my slab scratched. So I find value in slab protectors. Now, my slab protectors are just cheap team bags, but it's protecting my slab. A simple superior fit sleeve will protect your slabs. If you need to protect your slabs, then leave them at home. All of my slabs are in sleeves, not other slabs. Then I agree with you. But I think some people want them in fancy, heavy duty. My phone's in a slab protector. I know it's useful. But I guess if I drop this, even in a team bag, it's going to freaking crack. Anyway, today's show sucks. I'm sorry. I'm talking leather cases and making your slabs look like iPhones. Sleeves are fine. The Mafia makes cement slabs. So hit the like button if you didn't already. Subscribe to the channel. Most of my content sucks. All of it sucks to somebody. So, Hobby Evolution on Facebook. Join that. You can just type in Hobby Evolution in Facebook. I don't have it open, so I'm not gonna paste it in there. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. Thursday is the moving day, so Thursday is gonna look probably semi-normal. Actually, it's gonna look a little different because I'll have to move some of this stuff around. But Friday, it's gonna look a lot different in here. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Friday's gonna look a little different. That hour went fast. Let's see. I'll hit the like button only because I got some good screen grabs. John says that hour just sucked. Have a great day. Thank you. So hopefully the rest of your day doesn't suck. Hopefully my day doesn't suck. Back at it tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit up my eBay store. Join the Facebook group. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.